Welcome back, everyone. I am absolutely thrilled you're joining me for another explainer. Today, we're taking some truly deep, meaningful concepts and breaking them down so you can really truly grasp them. We're looking at something incredibly profound today. We're talking about building spiritual endurance and finding real, lasting divine comfort when life just gets, well, incredibly difficult. We like to call this the fortress of faith. Because, how exactly do we build a faith that can withstand literally any storm? Well, let's find out together.
Okay, let's dive into this. Jehovah is my helper. I will not be afraid. That's drawn directly from Hebrews chapter 13, verse 6. And I just want to pause for a second here. Let's slow down and really think about the immense courage vibrating in that ancient declaration. It's not just a nice thought to have, it's a profound statement of absolute trust. When we're facing the great unknowns of life, this is the ultimate anchor. But it does raise a really important question, right? How do we get to a point where we can confidently say this and actually mean it from the very bottom of our hearts?
Section 1. Preparing for Tribulation. To answer that question, we need to look at a historical spiritual strategy. The Apostle Paul actually wrote his letter to the first-century Hebrews specifically to prepare them for looming tribulation.
Let's move to and see how this builds. For them, it wasn't a matter of if hard times were coming, but when. So Paul gave them a highly specific blueprint for building a spiritual fortress. As we build this foundation, we'll see it relies on three core pillars. First up, deepen scriptural knowledge. Second, follow leadership. And third, reframe your view of trials. These three pillars work flawlessly together to create unbreakable endurance.
Pillar 1. Deepening your scriptural knowledge. Let's zoom right in on this first specific directive and see how essential it is to our spiritual survival.
Paul urgently pressed his brothers to gain a deeper knowledge and understanding of the Scriptures. Now, this wasn't just for the sake of academic study. This was literally about spiritual survival. So why is this depth absolutely critical? Well, because digging deeper actively equips you. It allows you to instantly identify false teachings the very moment they appear. And once you spot them, you can actively reject those faith-undermining ideas before they even have a chance to take root. By truly knowing the Scriptures inside and out, you strengthen your overall faith, basically transforming it into a solid, impenetrable wall.
Moving right along to Pillar 2, following congregation leadership. This shifts our focus from personal knowledge to the absolute necessity of unified action.
Because personal knowledge is fantastic, sure, but a fortress isn't defended by isolated soldiers just doing their own thing, is it? It requires unity, trust, and coordinated action. So the crucial point is that a strengthened faith naturally leads to swift action. We need to promptly follow the direction of Jesus and congregational leaders. When tribulation hits, hesitation can be flat out dangerous. Willingly and promptly trusting in that direction is a direct, visible reflection of a strong, well-prepared faith.
That brings us to our third and perhaps most transformative step. Pillar 3, viewing trials as training. This is a powerful mindset shift that fundamentally changes how we experience hardship.
And this brilliantly illustrates the profound difference between our natural human reactions and true spiritual maturity. Think about our human instinct. Trials are a reason to fear. That's just our default setting, right? We naturally worry, we panic. But contrast that with Paul's counsel. Trials are an opportunity to be trained by a loving Father. Let that sink in for a moment. When you view a trial not as a random, terrifying attack, but as personalized, careful training from a loving Father who desperately wants you to succeed, wow, it completely strips away the fear and replaces it with enduring strength.
Bringing this all together into a resolution, enduring faithfully to the end.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it captures the ultimate promise: endure faithfully down to the end. Paul's entire letter, all of his urgent counsel, was driving toward this singular, vital promise. If we actively build our fortress using these three practical pillars, we are fully equipped. We will absolutely be able to safely and faithfully endure whatever comes our way. But I want you to ask yourself right now, which of these three pillars does your own spiritual fortress need the most work on today before the next storm hits?
I really hope mapping out these pillars has helped you see how powerful and practical this counsel truly is. For more information, please visit jw.org. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon to get the notification for new video. Thanks!